Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I just really want to have all the fall vibes. I want to read, I want to watch a Halloween movie, I want to drink hot chocolate, I want to talk about books, I want to take a bubble bath. I just want a nice chill fall night. So that's what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna take you guys along with me. The first order of business is I've gotten 2 special editions recently and they are so gorgeous. I have to show them off. I'm not normally a special edition person because I kind of just flop at having physical copies of books anyway, because I read so much on my Kindle and I listen to so many audiobooks, and also because they're expensive. But these I feel like were worth it. The first one is the illustrated Hunger Games. If you've never been here before, the Hunger Games is my favorite series of all time. I literally talk about it nonstop. If you've seen any of my videos before, you're probably sick of hearing about it, but it is just the best book series ever. So when I saw this, obviously I had to get it. The illustrations are so stunning. I was kind of thinking to myself like, oh, I'm sure they're gonna be beautiful, but like there is a movie adaptation. I have kind of seen it already. No, these are so good and bring just such a different vibe than the movies do. I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like these illustrations are how I pictured the book in my head while I was reading them originally, more so than the movie. I don't know how to describe it, but of course I open it to this one. Okay, now I'm sad. But they are so, I mean, they're so pretty. I think my favorite one is this one of Thresh. When I tell you it literally took my breath away, I'm not exaggerating. I literally gasped and like had to take a second. It's so good. The look on his face and the fact that he is age accurate actually makes me sick. We also got biblically accurate Peeta in the river. Thank God, because him painted as the rocks haunts me. Like, why did they do that? But they're just so good. I feel like they also made an effort. There's obviously scenes from the movie in here, but I do feel like they made an effort to include some scenes that aren't in the books or just like weren't as book accurate. Like, same thing with the cornucopia. They did the correct drawing of the cornucopia, and I just love it. If you're also a Hunger Games fan, I would definitely recommend. It really wasn't that expensive. It was like $30, which I feel like it was worth the money. I really liked it, and I loved reading the book and getting to see the pictures as I reread it. And then I also, of course, had to get the special edition beach read. This is another one of my favorite books of all time. I'm obsessed with Emily Henry, and this is my favorite. How could I pass it up? It's so gorgeous. I love the little sparkles that they put on the front. The sprayed edges, gorgeous. And then the back, like you're joking. It says, and this is actually one of my favorite quotes from the book, so I'm happy that this is on the cover. When the world felt dark and scary, love could whisk you off to go dancing. Laughter could take some of the pain away. Beauty could punch holes in your fear. I love it. And like, oh, I feel overwhelmed that you exist. And look at the inside. So pretty. I'm obsessed with both of these. Also, have you guys seen the pictures of them filming the People We Meet on Vacation movie? I am literally going to be the most annoying person in the world when that movie comes out. I apologize in advance, but I'm so excited. I wanted to go through some of the books I have on my fall TBR. I was gonna do like an actual full fall TBR video, but time just got away from me, and also I'm just not really a huge TBR person in general. I'm just too much of a mood reader that I never know what I'm gonna read next. Like, I know if I made TBRs, I just would never follow them and it would probably just irritate me, so I don't even bother. But there are some books that I would still like to get to this fall. I'm actually in my romantasy era. I have read some romantasy here and there, but I feel like I've never gone through like a true romantasy phase where I'm reading a bunch of them and like really enjoying them, and that's my genre of choice. But I read Metal Slinger by Rachel Snyder and was obsessed, and that book single-handedly has put me in my romantasy era, so I would love to keep that going. I want to read Heartless Hunter. This is, I think she's a witch and he's a witch hunter, but he doesn't know that she's a witch, and I think he is like hunting her, but he doesn't know it's her, so she teams up with him to help him, but not really because he's hunting her. Maybe that made no sense, but I've heard really good things. I also want to read Phantasma. I've also been seeing this everywhere. I think this is like haunted house vibes, and there's like a competition or like a trial, some sort of game going on, and I think the love interest is literally a phantom. I don't know, I think it sounds like a lot of fun, and I've never read anything like that before, so I'm intrigued. Dance of Thieves is another one. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what this is about, but again, it's just one of those books that I've like seen a million times, and I feel like it's kind of romantasy required reading. Like, I feel like everyone has just read this, and I have FOMO. I also really want to continue the Throne of Glass series. Last, I think December December, like Christmas time, January, I hyperfixated on Throne of Glass, and I read the first 3 or 4. I read the prequel, Assassin's Blade, and then I read Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, and then I started Heir of Fire, which is the 3rd / like 4th book, and I never finished it, and I really want to restart that series and hopefully finish it end of this year, early next year, because I'm ready to just like get back into it and be done. I don't like that I'm halfway through the series. I want to get it done. And then of course I have some romances. I really want to read Make the Season Bright. This is a Christmas sapphic rom-com, and it's the same author as the Delilah Green Doesn't Care series, which I loved, and I feel like she is gonna slay a holiday romance, and I'm very excited for that. I also really want to read Solitaire. This is not necessarily a fall book, I don't think, but I just want to read it. It's part of the Heartstopper universe, and Heartstopper season 3 recently came out, and if you're not familiar, Heartstopper follows Nick and Charlie. They're a couple, and then Solitaire is Charlie's sister, and I think this book, Solitaire, takes place at the same time as Heartstopper season 3, so watching that made me want to read that even more. I also want to read Lost and Lassoed, which is the 3rd book in the Rebel Blue Ranch series, which honestly isn't my favorite series of all time. I enjoyed it. I think I gave the other 2 both 3 stars, but I'm excited to read the next one. I am just obsessed with cowboy romances, so that's pretty much enough to get me to read it. I've also been seeing, I think it's called Haunted Ever After. I've been seeing that all over the place. I think it's a paranormal romance, but it's set in Florida, so it's like Halloween but also coastal, and I think that sounds really fun. Even though I'm not normally a paranormal romance person, I still want to give it a shot. And then I just have like a million random romances that I could read at any time. Like, my TBR is actually insane, so we'll have to see, but those are the ones that are higher priority. I just remembered it's Thursday, which means a new episode of Agatha All Along came out last night. I am loving Agatha All Along. I loved WandaVision because I love Wanda. She's my favorite. She has been my girl since Civil War. No, Age of Ultron. Age of Ultron. Since she was introduced, I have loved her, and I really liked WandaVision, so I was so excited when they announced this, and it's so fun. It's perfect witchy fall vibes, and it's so good but also so unserious at the same time. Like, it's just so fun. I love Catherine Hahn. She's so good, and I love Joe Locke. I love seeing him in something that isn't Heartstopper, and he's so good in it too, and it's just so fun. Aubrey Plaza, please. Like, it's just like campy and fun and witchy, so I'm gonna watch the new episode. I also think there's a new episode of 911 on tonight, which I'm obsessed with. I watched all of it over the summer, and I hyperfixated on it so bad, and now I get to watch it every week, and it's so fun. And this is so niche, but if you're a buddy shipper like me, the girls are saying that something's gonna happen in this episode. I've been seeing some TikTok, and I will actually freak out if that's true. I will be so excited. So I'm probably gonna watch that at some point tonight too. So fun. I'm not a big TV person, but it is fun when there's a show that comes out every week. Gives you a little something to look forward to. Guys, I'm so sad. I was supposed to see Zayn in 2 weeks at one of his shows in the city the day after my birthday, and he postponed it. Obviously, I completely understand why he postponed it. I like can't even talk about Liam, or I will get too upset. Like, I can't even talk about it. So like, completely understood. I am not mad that he postponed. However, he moved the shows to January, and my mom's birthday is January, and I am supposed to go and visit her, and we're gonna make this whole trip out of it. So I see the announcement, I'm like, okay, please, any other day besides that week I'm supposed to be gone to visit her, please. Literally any other day, I don't care, I'll make it work. Like, it doesn't matter. He postpones the show. It's my mom's birthday, literally that day, and now I can't go. I am so upset. I'm like, you're kidding. Like, actually, you're joking. The one day that was like non-negotiable, like her actual birthday. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. Like, I never got to see One Direction when they were together because I was poor, so I just like never got that opportunity. So I've been slowly trying to see everyone. I've seen Harry, Louis, and Niall. I'm never gonna see Liam, which again, I can't even talk about. So I was really excited to see Zayn. All right, I'm sorry if you can hear that. They're like cutting down a tree at my neighbor's house, but I'm talking, so. So originally we were supposed to go to Vegas for the weekend, and then I was gonna fly to Washington and spend like a week at her house. And we decided not to do that just because it was like a lot. I was just gonna go out there and we're gonna do like day trips and stuff. But Zayn's actually playing in Vegas one of the days that I'm supposed to be over there visiting her. So now I'm like, should I convince my mom that we should go to Vegas and that I should see Zayn while we're in Vegas? Because I looked and the tickets for that show are actually cheaper than the Manhattan tickets, so I could sell my ticket hopefully and then buy a ticket for Vegas, which like still would cost money because I would have to pay to go to Vegas, but I'm like, should I try and see if she wants to do that? I'm sad. Obviously my mom's birthday is like #1 priority in seeing her, but very unfortunate timing, and I'm sad. I'm editing this video right now and you probably don't care, but just in case you do, I actually am gonna go see Zayn in Vegas. I'm so excited. I told my mom my dilemma that I was sad I couldn't go, and then I was like, but he is gonna be in Vegas, and she was like, okay, so we'll go to Vegas. So excited. Already bought my Vegas ticket and sold my New York ticket, so we're committed. I'm so excited. I also just love Vegas. I think it's so fun, but I'm gonna see Zayn. I was so sad I was gonna miss it, so I am very, very happy about this. I'm about to take my bath, which I'm very excited about. I love a good like bubble bath when it's cold out. I don't know, it's so relaxing. And I went to Lush a few weeks ago and I got 2 really cute Halloween bath bombs. I used one already. I'll put up a picture. It looked like this. And then I also got this little ghost. So cute. I'm obsessed. It smells really good too. It smells like, I don't even know. It's sweet though. I like it a lot. And then I also got a bubble bar. I don't really ever buy things from Lush, so I should have like used this differently. I should have cut a piece off and just like used that, but I put the whole thing under the water, so now it's kind of weird looking. So it looks a little scary, but it just makes bubbles, and this turned my bath an insane color. So I don't know if I'm gonna use this today. I might just use the bath bomb, but this also smells really good. Trilogy. And I think while I'm in there, I'm gonna read. I'm currently reading Reckless, which is the sequel to Powerless by Lauren Roberts. This is a romantasy series. It follows Kai and Peyton, and in their world there are elites who have powers and ordinaries who don't. And Peyton, the main female character, doesn't have powers, but she tricks people into thinking that she's a psychic so that she can stay alive, because if you are an ordinary, it's illegal. You either get banished or you get killed. So she uses her like Sherlock Holmes type ability to read people to trick them into thinking that she's a psychic. And Kai is the prince, but he's also the future enforcer, and that's the guy who is in charge of getting rid of all the ordinaries. But they have a run-in and Peyton ends up saving the prince's life. So she gets entered into these trials at the castle because it's like an honor, even though she's basically viewing it as a death sentence. So she ends up involved in all that at the castle with the princes and everything. And so this is the sequel. I obviously like can't really get into it without spoiling the first one, but that's my current read. Like I said, I'm in my romantasy era, so I'm very excited to keep reading that. I'm about to take my bath and I actually made myself a little drink, which I never do. I'm normally not one to like drink at home, only when I'm out, but I just felt like it since we're having a treat yourself kind of night. That bath was truly incredible. It was so nice. I read a decent chunk of my book. Now I'm in bed. I have my hot chocolate in my cauldron mug, and it only feels right that I watch the Halloween movie, Halloween Town. It's truly not Halloween until I've rewatched this. There is just nothing better than watching this during Halloween season.